Taking note of what's going on inside the mind, inside the body. Taking this moment to relax, sink into the space. Softening through the ankles, the calves, and the knees, quadriceps, hips, the low back. Starting to deepen the width of the rib cage, expanding each of the ribs, breathing into the sides of the intercostal muscles. With every inhale, think about lifting up out of your pelvis, and with every exhale, letting go of any tension in the body. Broadening your collarbones. Feeling support between the shoulder blades. Letting go of any tension in the shoulders. Take a moment to focus on your neck. Visualizing any tension. With every exhale, letting that tension melt away. As we move from the shoulders to the neck, taking note of the muscles in the face, and the jaw, eyebrows, forehead, temples. Visualize that plumb line through the center of your body, pulling up. Nice deep inhale, and within every exhale, letting it go. Taking a few collective breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Taking a few more breaths on your own. Giving yourself the space to be entirely present in the body and the mind. Carving out the next 50 minutes or so for this time to be really sacred. Keeping the eyes open or closed, dropping the head down, taking gentle head circles to the right. Letting this be nice and slow and meticulous. Then you could start to speed up the movement, maybe bending at the ribs or the waist. Still having nice deep breaths. And then when you're ready, going in the opposite direction. Softening the jaw, the base of the tongue. Going into the low back, if that feels good for you. And once you feel even, coming up to a nice neutral spine. If you're sitting down, just changing the cross of your legs, scooping up your right arm and taking a gentle stretch over to the side. On the exhale, knee to nose, rounding the spine. And on the inhale, reaching back on the diagonal. Again, exhale, knee to nose, rounding the spine. Inhale, reaching back on the diagonal. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, taking your torso all the way around the front. And going to the opposite side, shoulder in the socket. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, taking the torso around the front to center, rolling up through the spine. I'm going to go ahead and come into child's pose. The toes are going to be together, knees are going to be nice and wide, hips are going to be sinking back, fingers spread out long in front of you. Exhale here. Taking an inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Walking those fingers further out in front of you. And exhale. Inhale, coming up onto all fours, taking a few cat-cows, making sure that the shoulders are stacked over the wrist, tucking the toes under, bringing the chin up. And then exhale, untucking the toes, pressing into the tops of the feet, rounding the spine. A few more times. Inhale, bringing the chin up. Exhale, rounding under. Inhale, tucking the toes under, chin goes up. Exhale, under. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Coming back to neutral, optionate some movements on your own. Hips could sway from side to side, trying to loosen up the spine and the shoulders, maybe bending one elbow and then the other. The snake-like sensation happening through each of the vertebrae. Want to open up your wrist, having the fingers facing your knee. And then you come onto the tops of the hands, fingers facing your knees. Visualize that you have a ball in your hand, squeezing that ball. Here, coming back to neutral. I'm going to extend my left leg out. My right toes are going to go on a diagonal. I'm going to bring my left arm up, stacking my spine. Head in line with shoulders. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bringing the navel under, rounding the spine. Opening up the shoulders, unfurling, coming up. Exhale, under. Again, opening up. Exhale, under. One more time. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, under. Inhale, opening that arm up. Exhale, placing the hands and the knee down, preparing for the opposite side. Right leg goes back, left toes go on the diagonal. Right arm goes up. Inhale. Exhale, under. Inhale, unfurling the arm. Exhale, under. Two more times. Inhale, arm goes up. Exhale, under. Softening those shoulders. Inhale, arm goes up. Exhale, under. Inhale, bringing that arm up. Exhale, lowering the hand down, coming back to neutral, tucking the toes under, rounding the spine, navel comes in to a cat posture, lifting the knees 1 inch off the mat, continuing to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees go down, coming into a gentle downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, bending one knee and then the other, finding some movement here, have a playful quality. Next 5 seconds or so, still deepening, connecting with the breath. And then coming back to a neutral stance. Shoulders relaxed, knees could be bent. Elongate the spine, exhale. Taking an inhale. Ears in line with the upper arm, exhale. Those heels melting into the mat, inhale. Exhale. Bending your knees, looking forward. Very gently walking your feet toward the front of the mat, taking a gentle forward fold. Grabbing either elbow, swaying from side to side, letting the low back open up. Exhale. Interlace your fingers behind you. Opening up the shoulders, maybe swaying the hips from side to side, picking up your toes, shifting your weight into the heel while straightening one leg, bending the other. Continuing to stay here, transferring your weight from side to side for 3, 2, 1, and release. Having a nice generous bend in the knees, shaking out the head, yes and no. Gonna roll up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head's the last thing to come up for 3, 2, and 1. Just gonna face you for a moment and just have the arms have this swimming sensation, opening up the shoulders. My knees could be bent. Again, connecting with the pelvis and the floor, letting your head relax. And then taking that in the opposite direction. Still breathing. And coming back up to neutral. From here, arms could be stacked up over the shoulders. You can interlace your fingers at the base of your head, whatever feels best for you. But going in one direction, we're gonna drop the torso down, shifting the weight, opening up the bottom of the feet, and then taking the elbows up and over. Taking this a few times on your own, connecting with the breath, pulling up the kneecaps, letting the hips open, letting the low back relax on the forward fold. Taking this 2 more times in this direction. And then when you're ready, starting in the opposite direction. Trying to open up the chest. Broad collarbones as the elbows go back. Taking this 1 or 2 more times. We're going to meet standing at the back of our mat. So from here, my feet are hips distance apart, shaking out the hands, having a slight bend in the knees. Arms are going to reach up. Pelvis is going to go forward. On the exhale, bending the knees, walking your hands into a plank, engaging the core for just a moment, then bending the knees, retrograding that movement, rolling up through the spine, arms around the outside, pelvis goes forward, head goes back. Doing this a few more times on your own. Really connecting upper and lower body. Taking note of how your pelvis is stabilizing you. Take one more full iteration. We're going to meet in a high plank. From this high plank, engaging the core, giving yourself a moment here before lowering down all the way onto your stomach. For 3, elbows by your sides, 2, 1, untucking the toes, coming into a Sphinx posture. So my elbows are right underneath your shoulders, fingers are spread nice and wide. Inhale, bringing the chin up, and then exhale, bringing the chin under. A few more cat-cow variations here. Inhale, chin goes up, softening the space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, under. Last time, inhale, chin goes up. Exhale, under. Coming back to neutral, one shoulder is going to go forward as the other shoulder goes back, and then gazing over the shoulder that's back, come back to neutral, taking it to the opposite side. And flossing out that space between our shoulder blades. Exhale. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, over. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, over. Inhale, coming back to neutral. Fingertips are going to be placed onto the mat, tented fingertips. Elbows are going to be up. On the inhale, rolling up through the body, relaxing the glutes, and on the exhale, peeling yourself back down. A few more times. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, down. Last time, inhale, coming up. And exhale, down. Here we're going to take a shoulder opener. So your arm can go directly out to the side. I'm going to demonstrate my right arm going out, but it looks like this if it were to be my left arm. Arm can go directly out to your side, or it can go on the diagonal in line with the corner of the mat. From here, you're going to pick up your left leg, the opposite leg. Left fingertips are going to come in toward your chest, just opening up the front of your chest here, letting that top shoulder continue to open. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. And when you're ready, coming onto your stomach, setting yourself up for the opposite side, having that arm out to the side or a little bit in front of you, and then picking the opposite arm up, bringing the right hand toward your chest, letting that knee and hip open to the ceiling for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to neutral, bringing hips to heels, going into downward facing dog. Here, gently walking your feet toward the front of your mat, inside of the feet together. Arms are going to come up overhead, looking at the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg goes back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into a high plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, bringing the torso up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Staying here for an inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bringing the left leg forward in between the hands. Exhale, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, looking at the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Opposite side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg goes back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward into a high plank. Exhale, this could be either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. From here, coming into upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming into fallen triangle here. Inhale, right leg comes up. On the exhale, bringing the outside of that right leg through. Left arm goes up, pelvis lifts, core engaged. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Bending the back knee, coming back to neutral. Taking it to the opposite side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, coming on the outside of the foot. Right arm goes up, core engaged, ribs lifted. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Coming back to neutral. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, toes facing down. And have an L shape between your thumb and your index finger. From here, lifting the leg, bending the knee, rolling out the ankle, finding space in that pelvis. And when you're ready, straightening the right leg up. The exhale, bring the foot through in between the hands, rotate the back heel down, bringing both arms up, coming into warrior 1. Arms could be nice and wide here. Also the option for the palms to be together, whatever feels best for you. You want to try to elongate your shoulders, maybe even having the fingers on a diagonal. Staying here, inhale. Exhale, back knee, nice and lifted. Inhale, reaching up. Your exhale, we're going to have the right shoulder on the inside of the right knee coming into humble warrior. Staying here for an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming back into warrior 1, taking a slight arch back. And on the exhale, hands go down, stepping back, downward facing dog, option to take a flow. Preparing for the opposite side. Left leg lifts, toes facing down, hips square at first. And then lifting up that leg, bending the knee, rolling out the ankle. Doing any movement that feels good for you. On your next inhale, lifting the leg straight, then bringing the leg through in between the hands, rotate the back heel down, both arms up, kneecap pulled up in the back, warrior one. Staying here for an inhale, exhale, again inhale, and on our exhale, diving forward into a humble warrior, inside of that left shoulder, or inside left shoulder and the inside of the knee, rounding the spine, navel in, low back, nice and long for 3, 2, 1. On your inhale, coming up, taking a slight arch back, exhale, fingers go down, stepping back, downward facing dog, option to take a flow. Meeting in downward facing dog, bending your knees, looking forward, stepping or jumping to the front of your mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead, looking up at thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center, preparing for chair pose. Inside of the feet together, arms up, seat back, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, chest lifts. On the exhale, twisting to the right, hooking the elbow. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, coming back up to neutral. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, twisting to the left or the opposite side. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, coming back up to neutral. Strong moment. Exhale, forward fold, taking the feet hips distance apart. So 2 fists in between the feet. Lifting up the toes, sliding the hands underneath the feet, toes to the wrist, having a slight bend in the knees. And then from here, shaking out the head, yes and no. Shifting the weight from side to side. Maybe shifting your weight into the balls of the feet. We're really trying to have that connection between the wrist and the toes. Continuing to stay here, letting go of what you can. Taking note of your back space for 3, 2, 1, and releasing, heel toeing your feet together. Inhale, arms up overhead, looking up at thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Adding on a little bit more to our sequence. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg goes back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga or niche press chin. Inhale, bringing the torso up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, bringing the foot through in between the hands. Rotate that back heel down. Torso up, warrior one. Staying here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, diving forward into humble warrior. Inhale. Really bringing in the navel, drawing in Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Santiago, this is for your shoulders. Inhale, bringing the torso up. Exhale, bringing the fingertips down. Untucking the back toes, coming onto the top of the knee. Hooking the thumbs, reaching up and back. Option to interlace the fingers, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, placing the fingertips down, shifting the weight back, coming into a half split, either rounding the spine, option to sit back onto this foot. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shifting the weight forward. Just going to come into lizard pose just because it feels good. We're going to come on the outside of that right foot. Right toes could go on the diagonal. Right knee kind of falls onto the diagonal. Can't really see it all that well, a little bit. And then from here, option to stay nice and lifted, it's to lower yourself down onto your forearms. Letting that knee fall out to the side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly coming back up through neutral. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Option to take a flow, child's pose, whatever you need. And we'll take that into the opposite side. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, bringing the foot through in between the hands. Rotate the back heel down, core engaged. Shoulders relaxed. Exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, diving forward into humble warrior. Navel lifted, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bringing the arms up, strong moment. Exhale, placing the fingertips down, untucking the back toes, hooking the thumbs, shoulders relaxed, or interlacing your fingers, having the ribs go up and out of the pelvis for 3, 2, 1, and bringing the arms up. Fingertips go down, coming into a half split. Option to stay lifted or to shift the weight back onto the foot. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shifting your weight forward, coming into lizard pose. So I'm going to have my foot and then my 2 hands, and I'm in proximity to one another. Outside of the left foot, left knee out to the diagonal, lowering down onto the forearms, rounding the upper body. Exhale. Taking an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Softening that knee out to the side. Exhale. Inhale. Pressing down into the hands, stepping back, downward facing dog. Taking a flow, child's pose, whatever you need before we go into Vashisthasana, our side arm balancing. From downward facing dog, rolling forward into a high plank, coming onto the outside of the right foot, either stacking the foot, any variations welcome, option to go down to onto a knee, stacking shoulders on top of one another, core engaged, continuing to stay here for 3, 2, 1, coming back to neutral, taking immediately to the other side, staying here for 3, 2, 1, coming back, just going immediately into a downward facing dog, bending your knees, stepping or jumping to the front of your mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead, looking up at thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. How are we doing so far? We're good? Thumbs up? Amazing, fantastic. So we did this a week ago, but I think it feels really nice, and this is going to be a good shoulder opener. So legs are going to be nice and wide here. Toes are going to be in, heels are going to be out. Arms are going to be stretched, kneecaps are going to be pulled up, core engaged, and taking a gentle stretch forward. From here, letting your body relax. Knees could be bent. Use this option, if it feels good for you, to kind of have that same swimming sensation that we did standing in the beginning of class. And placing one hand down as the other arm goes over. Again, my knees are bent, super supple here. Pelvis is involved. Continuing to breathe, opening up that shoulder mobility. And then when it feels good for you, taking it in the opposite direction. And then when you're ready and you feel even, just taking a gentle forward fold here. Arms are actually going to be out in front of you, nice and wide, kind of taking this variation on downward facing dog, letting the front of the chest kind of crack and peel forward, but letting your head relax. Exhale. Taking an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Walking your hands in line with your feet. Here we're going to take a half split, so I'm shifting my weight onto my right leg, trying to keep my chest nice and open. Left leg is flexed, hands to heart center. Option to stay lifted, core engaged, and I kind of have to play with what feels best on your pelvis for today. Having pressure, hands to heart center, letting that left inner thigh relax, sits bones, relaxing into the floor. Option to stay here. This may be a challenge enough. Another option for a shoulder opener is to have the right hand on the inside of that leg, bringing the left arm up to the ceiling. You want to go a little bit deeper, bending that arm behind you, going for the bind. Continuing to stay here for 3, 2, 1. Releasing. And we're just going to shift our weight, take this immediately into the opposite side. Resetting yourself. Try not to let that knee go in. Try to keep it out. Having that left elbow kind of guide it opposite direction. Elbows nice and wide. Energy in the palms of the hands. Sits bone relaxed so our tailbone isn't swinging backwards. Energy through the crown of the head. Using the breath. Find a little bit of comfort, maybe ease. Option for the shoulder opener, bind. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bringing the arm up. Exhale, placing the hands down. Shift our weight from the front of our mat into a low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Option to take a flow here, child's pose, whatever you need. Downward facing dog, bending your knees, stepping or jumping to the front of your mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, looking up at thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we're going to do a little bit of a standing balancing series. I'm going to show what we're doing first, so you're not awkwardly having to look at a video screen while balancing on one leg. So what we're going to do, I'll show it kind of on the diagonal, will be best. So we're actually going to start in tree pose. Arms are going to be up. I'll guide you through all of this, but we're going to take a figure 4 from here, and then we're going to come back into this half Tadasana, and then we're going to kick back into warrior 3. Really going to use your standing hamstring. At any point, you could stop in any of these postures if you want to stay or deepen any of them. We are going to do it about 3 times all together, and we're going to finish in a standing split with the standing leg down, working leg up. So I'm going to start. Right leg is going to be working, left leg is going to be the standing posture. So let's go ahead. Let's start in Tadasana, kneecaps pulled up, picking up the toes, bottom of the ribs together, tailbone down, centering ourselves, just treating this as a moving meditation. So preparing for tree pose, Trikonasana, inside of the foot above or below the knee, hands to heart center. From here, bringing the arms up through the center, shoulders relax down the spine. And then from here, we're going to come into a figure 4. We're not going to move right away, so you could allow yourself, it feels good for you, to take a 3-legged crow, or just relax deeper, letting that hip relax in the low back. Exhale. Staying here for an inhale. Exhale. One more breath cycle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly bringing the torso up, coming through the center, staying on that leg, coming into half Tadasana, knees dialed forward. From here, hands to heart center, kicking that leg back, coming into a warrior three, hands to heart center. From here, coming into half Tadasana. Exhale, coming back into that seated chair. 2 more times. Inhale, half Tadasana. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, half Tadasana. Exhale, seated chair. Inhale, half Tadasana. We're almost there. Exhale, hands to heart center. Warrior three, staying here for 3. Option for arms to go in line with your ears. 2, 1. Fingertips go down, coming into a standing split. Exhale. Inhale. Option to make contact with your ankle. 1 hand, 2 hands. Exhale. Taking that leg up higher, relaxing deeper. Exhale. 1 last inhale. Exhale, bring the inside of the feet together or hips distance apart, rolling up through the spine and shaking it out, letting it go. It's really hard. Well done. Opposite side. Whew. Inside of the feet together. Kneecaps pulled up, coming back to that plumb line, that center space. Tailbone drops down. Energy in the palms of the hands. Kneecap stays nice and lifted. Sole of the foot above or below the knee. Exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up through center. Exhale, shoulders relaxed. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, having that heel go over your knee, making sure the knee is going over the second and third toe, bringing the hips back, hands to heart center. Option to stay here. Option to deepen it if you'd like. Even take 3-legged crow. Exhale. Inhale. Letting that hip relax. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly bringing yourself up, back through center. Bringing the knee forward, shoulders relaxed, half Tadasana. Kicking the leg back, hands to heart center. Coming into warrior three. Inhale, half Tadasana. Exhale, half chair. Inhale, knee goes up. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, knee goes up. Exhale, half chair. Inhale, knee goes up. Exhale, warrior three, staying here. Supporting knee could be bent, shoulders relaxed. Option for the arms to go in line with the ears for 3, 2, energy in opposite directions. 1, fingertips down, kicking that leg up, standing split. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, kicking that leg up. Exhale, placing the foot down, hips distance apart, knees nice and bent. Rolling up through the spine, head's the last thing to come up. And shaking it out, letting it go. Promise the class from here on out will be a lot more easier, or will be a lot easier and more passive. Let's go ahead, let's make our way onto the mat. Coming into embryo pose here. Inside of the knees together, bringing the hips back, grabbing the outside of the heels, letting your forehead relax to the mat. Really let that tailbone drop down and that connection with your heels to decompress the low back. And you can kind of rock from side to side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming onto all fours like we did in the beginning of class. And extend my left leg out. The right arm's going to go forward into some arm balancing. Spine balancing, excuse me. Option to stay here or bend that Left knee making contact with your foot, softening the mid-spine, letting the front of the chest open. Continuing to stay here, kicking into that back hand for 3, 2, 1, and release. And gently go into the opposite side. Right leg goes back, left arm goes forward. And then raising the leg up, option to make contact with that foot. Continuing to stay here, softening the mid-spine for 3, 2, 1, and releasing, coming into hands and knees. Few cat-cows if it feels good for you. We are going to come into camel pose for here. If you do have low back issues, I recommend just staying with step 1. Welcome to go deeper if that feels good for you. Knees are hips distance apart, hands are on my low back, fingertips are facing down, collarbones are spread nice and wide. Bringing the chin up. Option 1 is just to stay here, treating this as a chest, as a heart opener. Option 2 is to slowly start to bring your gaze back. If you make contact with your heels, about lifting the front of your chest, keeping your weight toward your knees. Continuing to stay here for 3, 2, 1. Without twisting, coming back through neutral spine, hands to heart center, sitting on your feet, closing your eyes. Taking a few breath cycles here with every inhale, letting yourself revive. With every exhale, using that to refresh. From here, we're gonna do 2 back bends, lying on our back. Just making your way, bringing your knees into your chest, rocking from side to side, letting that low back continue to decompress. Feet are gonna go down, hips distance apart. Toes are gonna be in, heels are gonna be out. And then if it feels good for you, bringing the pelvis up, interlacing your fingers underneath you. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, pressing down through the feet. Pelvis goes even higher, collarbones spread, nice and open, front of the chest. And when you're ready, releasing your fingers, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a back massage. Knees go in one direction and then the other. You grab the inside of the feet. Take happy baby. Rock back and forth, maybe straightening out one leg then the other. Feel free to take a lion's breath. Tongue goes out. It was really good. Here, extending right leg nice and long. Left knee goes into your chest. Take the toe to the knee, knee across the body. Option to stay here. Also option to extend that left leg. You can elongate the right leg out to the side, grabbing the outside of that left foot and letting the shoulders spiral open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Bending the knee, coming back to neutral, rocking yourself forward and back. Extending the left leg, right knee goes into your chest. And toe to knee, knee across the body. And gentle twist. Option to extend that right leg, grabbing the outside of the foot, elongating that left leg like somebody's pulling it out of the socket. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming back to neutral. Rocking yourself forward and back. Option to balance for just a moment into a boat pose. Core engaged for 3, 2, 1. From here, we are going to do cow's face into half pigeon. So for this, I'm actually going to have my left leg on the bottom. Right leg is going to be on top. I'm going to face you on the diagonal. Bringing the arms out to the side. This is more for our shoulder openers. Left arm is going to go up, and then right arm is going to bend under. You may be able to touch your fingertips. You may not. That's totally fine. On the inhale, we're going to bring the elbows back. I'm actually just supporting the base of my head. And then on the exhale, I'm rounding forward. Inhale, bringing the elbow up. Exhale, rounding forward. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, rounding forward. Inhale, coming up. Setting those arms out to the side and then lower them down. I'm going to swing the top right leg all the way behind me. I'm going to come into half pigeon on the left. So squaring yourself off. I'm going to be here for about 30 seconds. Option to stay lifted, option to lower yourself down onto your elbows, your forearms, however you're the most comfortable. Coming back to this idea with every inhale of reviving and with every exhale refreshing. Allowing yourself to sink deeper. Continuing to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're ready, we're slowly going to come up. Take the full expression of the pose. Option 1 is just to try to bend that back knee. Give yourself a little bit of a quadricep stretch and open up that right shoulder by bringing that left shoulder back. Option 2 is to allow yourself to go a little bit deeper, the toe into the crook of the elbow, lifting that left arm up, squaring off the chest, continuing to stay here for 3, 2, 1, and relaxing. Here, I'm just going to have the legs come in front, feet are hips distance apart, windshield wipering the knees side to side, letting that hip relax. We're going to prepare for the opposite side. So right leg is going to be on the bottom, left leg is going to be on top. Arms are going to be out to the side, and then from here, left arm is going to go under, right arm is going to reach up, opposite elbow to top knee. Making contact with your fingertips, clothing, whatever you need. I just have the base of my skull. Inhale, head goes up. Exhale, rounding forward. Inhale, head goes up and back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, coming back up to neutral, having those arms go out to the side, taking up space. And then preparing for half pigeon on the right. So swinging that left leg behind, my right leg is in front. You got tripped up leg-wise, just make sure that you're even. And when you're ready, slowly lowering yourself down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Sinking deeper. Coming back to the mantra, reviving yourself with every inhale and refreshing with every exhale. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. If you're ready, you have option to stay here, slowly bringing yourself up. Taking one last shoulder opener. So bending that back knee, trying to keep the right arm back, or else having that toe fall into the crook of your elbow and taking the full expression of the pose. And when you're ready, release. Bringing the legs forward, windshield wipering the knees side to side, letting that low back relax, that pelvis even out. Taking a reverse tabletop, pelvis goes up, head goes back, opening up the front of the shoulders. Pressing down into the feet, pelvis a little bit higher. And lowering down. About 30 seconds or so to finish any postures that you need. You could take a straddle, Baddha Konasana, shoulder stand, anything that you need to complete your practice. And then we're going to meet in final Shavasana. For final Shavasana, you'll have the option, especially if you have furniture around, to put your feet up. I don't know, get creative with your space here. Taking up space best you can. Just allowing yourself to sink into the floor. Taking note of where your body is making contact with the mat or the ground. Sinking into those points of contact. And the breath as an anchor to soothe you mentally and physically. Letting thoughts come and go, clouds passing in the sky. Unfazed, but aware. Really start to deepen your breath. Keeping the body nice and heavy, but moving in any way that feels organic. Moving the toes, the ankles, rocking the head from side to side. Rolling over to one side when you're ready. When you're ready, coming up to a comfortable seated position like in the beginning of class. Closing your eyes. Checking in. Thanking yourself for being here. To revive yourself. To refresh. Recharge. I'm going to finish with a single Om. You're welcome to join me. Nice deep inhale. Namaste. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, beautiful.